And that's one of the two commercials that Volkswagen is going to be running during this Sunday's Super Bowl game, putting the New York Giants against the New England Patriots in a rematch from 2008. Now, the Super Bowl is the biggest day of the year for advertising. A 30-second spot this year costs an estimated $4 million. But are companies going to be getting a real bang for their buck? And of course, the question is, what are those dogs barking about? To more on that, we've got David Johnson, co-founder and CEO of Strategic Vision, a PR and marketing and advertising firm. David, let's talk about some of these ads in terms of getting a bang for your buck. $4 million is a lot for 30 seconds. And in fact, some of these companies like Volkswagen are releasing their commercials ahead of the Super Bowl. How does that impact things?
Well, it really, people now with the social media and everything are demanding a sneak peek. So we're seeing a lot of these ads already on YouTube, on Facebook, other social media sites and everything too. The whole purpose for a company like Volkswagen or Pepsi or Coca-Cola to be on the Super Bowl is, of course, to be seen, and it just reinforces their branding. But in this day and age, you have to have that social media component, and that demands that the ads have to be out earlier, but it also kills the shelf life of the Super Bowl ad. In fact, what we're hearing now from some of these advertisers is, well, this is a sneak peek, and we might actually change up the ad from what you're seeing on Facebook or YouTube.
Yeah, David, is there any way to sort of gauge the impact that these ads have, whether, they're being pre-released on social media or coming out actually during the Super Bowl? Is there any way to sort of see a direct conversion into these ads and then sales for companies?
Well, what the advertisers are trying to do right now is convert them into followers, be it on Facebook, be it on Twitter, and that's where they're looking for the bang for their buck. But the one thing that we're noting this year, too, is there's more celebrities in these ads than in previous years. And what's interesting is they're doing this to capture the celebrities' followers on the social media sites. But what's also interesting is if you look at the conversion rate of sales and everything, advertisements with celebrities are 9% less effective than advertisements on the Super Bowl with non-celebrities. And if you really want a winning ad, it's to have an animal in your ad, because what we're seeing is that people respond 21% more to a Super Bowl ad that has an animal in it than one without it.
Oh, so that last one will do pretty well, David. It's Ross here in London. Yeah, purchase intent. I mean, it's all very well having ads that people laugh at, that people remember, but at the end of the day, it's about people going from an ad and buying goods, isn't it? Purchase intent. And has anyone actually really cracked that side? I can make a very memorable ad, but it may not make me want to buy the product.
Oh, exactly. I mean, Reebok had one of the most memorable ads in the past, but people forgot who the ad was for, and Reebok did not see the return for the investment. GoDaddy probably has been the most successful as far as seeing a return on the investment, but a lot of advertisers just do it to reinforce their branding name, and they're really not expecting the sales from it. If you're a smaller, newer company, the Super Bowl probably isn't the place that you want to be seen, because it really takes up most of your marketing budget and you might not see the return in investment. A Super Bowl ad best serves in reinforcing branding rather than being your entire marketing budget.
David, hi, it's J.J. Burns in New York. I'm wondering what message the advertising campaigns that you've seen say about what type of demographics the advertisers are trying to get to.
Oh, definitely. Even though we know that the Super Bowl is the most watched sports event in America, what we know also is the demographic skewered toward men ages 20 to 50. So when we see these ads on television, that's who they're aiming toward. Be it the Honda ad with Matthew Broderick, the Acura ad with Jerry Seinfeld and Jay Leno. They're skewering these ads all toward that demographic because they know that these males are going to respond to that, and that's who they're trying to target in these ads.
Thank you so much for that, David. Of course, sharing his insight on the Super Bowl with us. And for those of you who weren't exactly sure what the dogs were barking about, well, they're telling me that it actually was the Imperial March from Star Wars.
Broadcasting in high definition. 11 Alive News at 10 starts now.
Good evening, everybody, and thanks for joining us for the Rundown.